Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Valmore. Today I'm going to be making for you two recipes from the Final Fantasy XIV cookbook. Sort of. It is two recipes that are completely intertwined. One is a French toast that requires the bread from the other recipe. This is Walnut Bread and Noscean Toast. Let's get started. I'm going to start this recipe by toasting my walnuts. So I'm just going to let those go for a few minutes, making sure they don't burn. When you're toasting nuts or spices or seeds of some sort, you generally just put them in and keep them moving probably about 3 or 4 minutes, and you really just want to start opening up that aroma of whatever you're going with. Now I'm going to put my toasted walnuts into my food processor, and I am going to break those down into fine crumbles. Now I am going to measure out my flour, add in my walnuts, salt, and sugar, and I'm going to mix those together. In a bowl, I'm going to put in some lukewarm water that has been sitting with yeast. I'm going to add in some maple cream and melted butter and whisk all that together. I'm now going to add half of my flour mixture into the maple mixture, and I'm going to mix that together until it's well combined. Then I will add the rest of the flour and keep mixing. And now I'm going to knead that for a few minutes. So this has been rising for about 2 hours, almost 2.5 at this point. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to knead it just a little bit. And I am going to shape it into a loaf. I'm going to put it into my greased up loaf pan, cover it, and let it rise for another hour. I'm now going to put this into the oven for about 20-25 minutes, then cover it with foil and finish it off for about another 20-25 minutes. Now that I have let this cool, I am going to slice, and I'm going to leave that out overnight to dry up before I make my French toast. So I will see yins tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It's time to make the custard. I'll start that with heavy cream, coconut milk, eggs, sugar, vanilla, amaretto, and maple cream. I'm now going to whisk all that together. I'm going to now put my bread in, and I'm going to let it soak for about 30 seconds on each side. Now this will go into the pan and cook for about 4 or 5 minutes on each side. So I thought the bread itself was absolutely wonderful. Though the nuts and maple cream may imply that this is a sweeter bread or a dessert bread, it's not. The maple itself isn't really that noticeable, and with just a minimal amount of sugar does not make for an actually sweet bread. Its main flavor is the toasted walnuts with that earthy, nutty flavor. And it is a very dense bread. The book itself warned that the nuts tend to weigh down the rising process, and you kind of get that. The French toast custard was very nice. There's a little bit of the maple flavor coming through. Though, like I said before, with the bread being very dense, this could probably do with a little bit of extra time soaking, just to make sure it really gets through that bread and get that nice, soft, moist inside that I like in French toast. I hope you enjoyed. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter. I'll have the links in the description below. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and come on back next week for another recipe.